Hello everybody, it's Gemma here from madebygemacrafts.co.uk. Today I have got a video tutorial on this box card here that I made. I made this a few weeks ago and I shared some photos of it on my team Facebook page, the Crafty Cupcakes and Friends. And when I posted the photos, some of the ladies asked if I could make a video tutorial. So this is the original box that I made, and I used the Baby Bear stamp set. And the DSP on here is from the Brights Designer Series paper stack. It's got a magnet holding it closed. It just opens out like this, and inside of this one I have made a pair of baby booties, and I have put some acetate inside to hold everything in place. So this would make an ideal little gift for a christening or new baby. Today's one is going to be more of a happy birthday theme, so if I pop that out of the way, the stamps I'll be using for today are the stylised birthday stamp and a couple of the stamps out of the cottage greetings set. So I just bring in my paper cutter. I haven't cut the paper yet because I wanted to show you how to get it from one sheet of A4 without wasting too much. This is Pear Pizzazz, and I'm also using the flowery paper from the Subtles Designer Series paper stacks to go with it. I'm using the flowery side. And I've already pre-stamped today to save a little bit of time, and I've just used the stylised birthday stamp in chocolate chip, and the little flowers are from the cottage greetings set in Pear Pizzazz again. So to start this project you will need one piece of cardstock that measures 7 by 7. So if you pop your A4 sheet in and first make the first cut along the long side like this, you then have a piece here that you can use to make the wrap that goes over the top. So there's your piece of 7 by 7. And then for the part that goes over the top of the box, so this piece here, we're going to cut that first of all 4 1/8 of an inch, and then at 6 1/2. What I will do is I will pop all the measurements for the cardstock and DSP. I will pop it all on my Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com/madebygemacrafts, so you can take a look to see the measurements, and I'll pop photos on there as well. So we're done with that one for now. So if I just bring in my scoreboard, and first of all we are going to make the bottom of the box, and this is quite simply scored 1.5 inches on all 4 sides. And then if we bring in our other piece of cardstock that we cut to 4 1/8 by 6 1/2, across the 6 1/2 inch side we're going to score 1 1/2, and then at 5 1/2. Like so. We'll just take this out of the way. So if we bring in our 7 by 7 piece of cardstock, we can just fold and burnish all the score lines like so. And then we're going to take some scissors and we're just going to cut up all 4 sides to pop it together into a basic box. and you can notch these out a little as well, just to get it to fold in neatly. Get a nice neat edge on the side of your box. So that's done, and now all we're going to do to make the bottom of our box is just bring these sides in and stick them down. I'm just going to use some wet glue to do this, or you could use some of the really strong sticky tape, but you do want it to hold quite well, so I would probably use a wet glue if you can get yours to work. There we go, we'll try this one, it's got a bit more left in it. And then you just bring your sides up to meet there. There we go. So while that's drying, I'll just pop that over to one side. For the acetate sheet that goes on the inside of the box, I hope you can see this. I've pre-scored and pre-cut this again to save some time. So this is a square of acetate that is cut at 6 7/8 of an inch by 6 7/8 of an inch. And once again, I have scored all four sides at 1.5 inches, and then I've just cut on the four sides, folded it, given it a burnish, and you can see we just need to bring it together and stick these tabs down. So, and that will fit inside our box. So, and to stick the acetate lid together, I'm going to use some of the Super Duper Red sticky tape because it is clear as well. So hopefully you shouldn't see it once you've popped everything together. Just going to pop this on here. And put a piece on each of the four sides. Like so, and then we can peel these off and pop our lid together. Well, I've put mine over quite close to the edge, so hopefully you shouldn't be able to see it once it's inside the box and all made up. You can just give the sides a little pinch again as you're popping it together to help shape the lid. Like so. I hope you can kind of see what I'm doing. It's not the easiest thing to see on camera. So you have to just give it a little twist and a bend and a pinch. There we go. So if we bring our box base in, should dry it off a bit now. What I have done with this one is I've added a liner. I've cut a square of DSP that's just going to go in the bottom of the box to make it look a bit prettier. and that is cut at 3 7/8 of an inch by 3 7/8 of an inch. Just going to pop some glue on here and stick it in the bottom of our box, like so. And as you see now, our acetate lid fits snugly inside our box. So just pop that out for a moment. Excuse me. And now bring in the wrap. So I'm just going to give these a fold and a burnish. Now the 1.5 inch piece here is going to sit over the side of our box like so, and then this smaller inch piece here is where we're going to pop our magnet to keep our box shut. So if we go ahead, we can pop our pieces of DSP on. So I have a piece here which is 1.25 inches by 3 7/8. That one's just going to pop on here. And I have a square for the front, which is going to go around that way. And this is 3 3/4 by 3 7/8 of an inch. And I've got a tiny piece here, which is just going to sit on here, and I've cut this at 7/8 of an inch by 3 7/8 because our magnet is going to go underneath this piece of DSP here for holding the box shut. So if I just leave that one to the side for the moment, we can stick these ones in place. And it's much easier to pop on the DSP and your stamped image before you pop your box together. It's much easier to do it before you have it all stuck on the other piece of box. So I'll just pop on my stamped happy birthday. So, and I've left a bit of a border at the top and the bottom so you can still see the DSP on the front because it's so pretty, like so. And now if we grab a couple of magnets, oh, these are the super duper strong craft, I had to make sure I get this right, neodymium magnets, which can be bought online. I will also try and find you a link for the magnets. They are super duper strong magnets and they have a mind of their own. To hold these in place, what I do is I use a sticky dot, which is roughly the same size as one of the magnets, and you just want to make sure that you, when you pop them on your box, that you want to get them round the right way. So I'm just going to stick a sticky dot on there, and then roughly in the middle pop on my magnet. For now you can just pop the other one underneath just to keep it safe, and then you can pop your piece of DSP over the top to hide your magnet, which is why I left this one with less of a border. just give it a push down, a bit of, just to pop it over the top, like so. Now we can turn it over, and also this part here is going to be the inside of our box. So I've got another square of a DSP here, which is cut at the same size as the one on the front, which was 3 3/4 by 3 7/8 of an inch. So I can just pop that on in as well. And I have a second piece of Whisper White, and I've used the words from the Cottage Greetings set, hope your day is wonderful, and I've added a couple of little stamped flowers as well. So this gives you a space inside your box to write a little message to whoever you are sending this to. And once again, I've left a little gap at the top and the bottom so you can see the lovely DSP coming through. That in. Right, okay, now we're ready to attach our top to our bottom of the box. Make sure that's stuck. So now we're going to stick the 1.5 inch side onto here. So I think it's a pretty good idea to use some wet glue when doing this and pop it on the side of your box rather than popping it on the outer, on the wrap. And when you put your glue on, you want to come up to the edge so it's stuck firmly, because obviously this will be opening that way. It's going to sit on top, you're going to want to open it right out as well, so you want to make sure it's firmly stuck across here. And you can just line this up carefully, and because this top section here is cut at 4 1/8 of an inch, you are going to have a little tiny bit of card overhanging. That's purely just to cover the bottom of the box, so you don't get any bits sticking out at the top or the bottom. That's the idea anyway. There we go. And you can just open that out, give it a good squish, good press down, making sure it's all still lined up nicely. And you've got a little bit of wiggle room with the wet glue, so you can get it exactly where you want it. So now the last thing to do now is to pop this magnet onto this side and pop on our last piece of DSP that's going to sit over there, this side of the box. So if you take another sticky dot and then you can pop it on this magnet here, like so. You can then close your box over and push it down like so, and then give it a push, and then you can hopefully, it's not much to push on, give it a little push. You can then find your poker tool and just carefully peel that back. So there we go, so your magnet's in the correct place, just there. And you can use your last piece of DSP and just pop that over the top to cover up the magnet. I like to be able to put the magnet behind the DSP because I just think it looks a lot neater as well. That's a bit more professional finish to the box. There we go. Just push that down, it's not quite dry yet. And then we can pop our acetate lid inside, so you can pop whatever you want to put inside your box. I will probably put some chocolate or some sweeties inside this. There we go, you push that down, that should fit in there snugly, and then you can shut your box. There we go, all done. So thank you all very much for watching. As I said, I will pop the details and measurements of this project on my Facebook page for you all. And until my next tutorial, thank you and goodbye.